How do everyone, and welcome back to Royville Reads. My name is Stefan, and I was trying to figure out what to do this week. I haven't finished anything yet. I've been reading kind of a bunch of stuff. Haven't finished anything yet, so I was looking at my bookshelf and just trying to pick something. So there's a lot of books in this series on the shelf, so I figured I'd go with the first book. Now, it's been a while, since a few years since I've read this book, so bear with me. I'll probably get some stuff wrong, but it is one of my probably top 10, top 5-ish maybe series that I've started reading. So without further ado, I'm going to somewhat review the first book of this Destroyer Men series, Into the Storm by Taylor Anderson. Now, I am a fan of history. I am a fan of science fiction. I'm a fan of fantasy. And so you would think alternate fiction would be right up my alley. And it is, but I haven't really read a lot of it. I have read a couple books by Harry Turtledove, but really that is about it. However, that being said, I saw this Into the Storm on the shelf at like a half price or used bookstore, and it looked very interesting. I'm a World War II amateur historian, very amateur. So I decided to check it out. I also loved ships in the Navy, and there was a ship on the cover, so there you go. The ship on the cover is the USS Walker. So during the World War II in the Pacific, there were, now this is like in the story. So there were two destroyers on patrol, the USS Walker and the USS Mahan, and or I think that's how you pronounce it. And there is this huge storm. If you've ever seen the movie, The Final Countdown, where an aircraft carrier goes to just before Pearl Harbor, kind of think of that. There's this huge storm. They can't get around it. The two destroyers go into the storm, and then everything's different, but yet the same. They are transported to this alternate world that is like our own, but not. Basically, humans weren't around. And it's kind of neat. In the book, he puts in this map, and it makes it look really like a um, historical military novel. But so here's like the map in the book of the place that they are at. And here's a kind of another map that's more stylized. So they are transported to roughly kind of the same area of Earth, only an alternate Earth. And they run into this huge like city ship called uh, Salissa Home, and it is crewed by, if you are know about conspiracy theories and people before humans and stuff, it is crewed by these cat-like people. The Lemurians is what they're called. They're lemur-like, so Lemurians. But they kind of talk about them like cats. And through some weird negotiations, and are we going to fight them? Are we not going to fight them? The people, the humans on the walker, befriend them. And basically the main human character in the book, I put some notes kind of flipping through the book before I did this video, is Lieutenant Commander Matt Patrick Reddy. He is the captain of the Walker. And then his crew, There's also some women on the ship, some nurses that were being transported somewhere when the storm hit. And kind of the head nurse is named Sandra, and they obviously become intertwined later on. But yeah, so they're trying to figure out what to do, how they can get back, how they're going to survive. The Mahan is very badly damaged, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name of the ship, but the Mahan is very heavily damaged, so they kind of use some of that to fix the Walker. So basically, the Walker is kind of the big ship, but also Walker, even though it's an older destroyer, even in World War II times, it's kind of the big boy on the block, right? It's the most technologically advanced ship around. Well, come to find out that there is a great enemy of the Lemurians called the Grik, Grik. And they're like these lizard type people. They're very aggressive. I think they even eat the Lemurians. I'm not sure if I'm remembering that correctly, but I think they do. And so there's a few skirmishes, but come to find out that the Mahan and the Walker are not the only ships from World War II that have come into this new land. The battle cruiser Amagi, the Japanese battle cruiser Amagi, is also there, and they have sided with the Grik because the Grik were the first ones that they encountered. So you see where this is going. Basically, the Americans and the Lemurians, and then the Grik and Japanese. The whole book is basically getting them prepared to fight. And in the last of the book, there's this huge battle scene, and then things, continue from there. There is, if you are interested in this series, I think there are 15 books in the series, and all of them, I think the 15 books is the whole thing. Taylor Anderson, I believe, wrote a spin-off series, but I haven't read it and I don't really know anything about it. But I think this is the Destroyer Men series is 15. Well, I don't really need to do that. The Destroyer Men series is 15 books, I'm pretty sure. And then it's done, like it's concluded. And those are already out. I think the last one came out in like 2022, 2024, something like that. So it is done if you want to read it. And so a lot of these books are books I haven't read. I think I've read like the first 4 or 5 books of the Destroyer Men series. And you see that I have them kind of up here. I've gone to Half Price. I've gone to other used bookstores. And when I see ones in good condition that I don't have, I pick them up. And so this is kind of Rising Tides is the next one I have to read. And then it goes down from there. And this is the order that they're published in. So I just grab the top one, start reading it or whatever. So I think I've read the first 4. Oh, I started reading it, I guess, at some point. So this one is, this is book 5. So I've read the first 4. And as you can see, they're all roughly about the same size. However, some of them have smaller print than others. So you might get a couple dozen more pages in one as you would in another. But yeah, that is my overview of the Destroyer Men series. As the series goes on, Taylor Anderson does a great job expanding this world. Do they ever go home? I don't know, but I know that the one storm in from Into the Storm is not the only one, we'll just say. And they're not the only humans that have been transported to this new world. And it gets very, very interesting from there. So, yeah, if you have read this series, let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what you liked, what you didn't like. If you're into alternate history, let me know that. But until next time, thank you very much if you've gotten this far. And remember, let's expand our minds. Keep reading. Thanks, everybody.